my snack time. Anyway, I'll get back to that, my croissant filled with cherry and vanilla filling. But let's start our reading adventure together. Today, we will be reading a book that's all about the dream of traveling. Oh my goodness, did I just notice before we start our reading that my little snacks have been nibbled on by little sticky fingers? Oh goodness, let me just move my plate a little so that way I can have snacks all to myself later. Okay, let's get going. Now we're reading Amelia Who Could Fly by Mara Del Corso and Daniela Valpari. I'm not sure if I said the author's name right, but if I didn't, I apologize. Illustrated, if you don't know what that means, it means the drawings in the book were done by that individual. So let's start. Amelia Who Can Fly. My name is Amelia. I am 10. Someday I am going to fly. Oh my, are we talking about Amelia Earhart? I wonder. Let's continue. I have a scrapbook. I filled it with pictures and stories of women who have done great things. Someday I will be in someone's scrapbook. So we see here that Amelia not only wanted to be a flyer, but she also wanted to be in people's scrapbook. She wanted to be known. And she herself collected stories of women who inspired her. I guess you can say they were her heroes or her role models. In the field behind my grandparents' house, I find crickets and search for snakes. I fill my pockets with seeds and flowers. I dig for worms and watch the frogs. So we also see here that Amelia was very curious with nature. She wasn't scared to touch animals, and she definitely wasn't scared to play in the dirt. I climb rocks, open my arms, and take off. I am flying. Everything looks so small from up here. I feel the wind. I feel like I can fly forever. So we see everything that Amelia looked at. She kind of envisioned herself flying. She really dreamed about being a flyer. Last Christmas, I got a gun. My grandfather was unhappy with Papa, but I might need it on my adventures. So we also learned that Amelia was very adventurous. I remember the first time I flew. I crash landed and hurt my knee, but it was worth it. My uncle helped me build a launch pad. 1, 2, 3, and away she went. The sky was so big and so blue. That day, I felt like I was in the clouds. I spread my wings. It didn't last long, but that was when I knew that flying was what I was meant to do. So here we saw that Amelia Earhart having adventure while playing as if pretending she was flying. She really knew at that point in her life that she wanted to fly. And we also see in these last 2 pages that she was surrounded by people who knew her dream and motivated her to pursue it. Today is a cloudy, cold day, but it doesn't matter. We are going to the state fair. I want to ride a roller coaster. Ooh, a roller coaster. I like roller coasters. Do you? Papa and I take off, and everything is moving so fast, but I can still see Mama on the ground. She's watching me soar. So of course, Amelia likes heights. She wasn't scared to ride a roller coaster. Have you ever ridden a roller coaster? Then I see it, an airplane coming out of the clouds. It's so far away. It's even higher than the roller coaster. My name is Amelia. I am 10 and I am ready to take off. Someday I will be in a scrapbook. Someday I will fly. Is there a dream that you have that you're believing someday will come true in your life? So here we see that Amelia she wore clothes of a flyer. In this picture, in the middle picture, it says Amelia ready for takeoff. So she was always looking for the opportunity to fly. Then on the other picture to the side, we see Amelia, and I would think this is probably her sister Muriel. And then in the other picture, we see Amelia in her flying clothes. So she even had flying clothes. So she had a dream and she dressed the part. So here we have a little notation of Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart was born in Atchison, Kansas on July 24, 1897, and spent her childhood in both Kansas with her grandparents and Iowa with her parents. A nonconformist from an early age as a child, Amelia and her sister Muriel roamed the fields collecting frogs, hunting for moths, and exploring. Amelia liked to wear pants, quite unusual for a girl at that time, and wanted her hair cut short. When Amelia was 7 years old, she built a ramp on an old tool shed and with the help of her uncle and an old wooden box tried to fly. She ended up with skinned knees, but that didn't stop her. Thoughts of flying filled her head, her body, and her heart, as she said much later. Seeing an airplane fly for the first time at the state fair just made her even more determined to learn. Amelia received her first plane as a gift for her 25th birthday. She painted the plane yellow and named it Canary. From then on, there was no stopping Amelia. Newspapers and fashion magazines followed her remarkable flying career and often published photos and stories. Amelia even designed her own clothing line. Wow! Amelia Earhart was the first woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean flying solo. If you don't know what solo means, it means alone. In 1932, she disappeared somewhere over the Pacific Ocean in 1937 while attempting an around-the-world flight. Wow. Amazing. Let's see, is there any more? Nope. In the last page, we see a plane in the sky. So this was a small reading today, but mighty interesting. In this reading, we learn about Amelia Earhart. We learned that she had a dream that most young girls at that time probably didn't have. To the point, not only did she dream it, but she dressed it, she thought about it, she lived it, and everything that pertained to her life. Every opportunity that she had, she showed that she was passionate about her dream for flying. What I thought was interesting, which I didn't know about Amelia, was that she created her own clothing line. She had her own clothes for flying. So that's inspiring. So not only was she a dreamer, she was a flyer, but she was an entrepreneur, a fashion at heart as well. That's interesting to me. Some tips that we can take, some learning tips that we can take from this story to apply to our life is that never think that your dreams are too small or too big to reach. Through Christ Jesus, all things are possible. Remember, God made you unique. He made you special. He put dreams in you that you alone are meant to fulfill. So all you have to do is trust Him, give your dreams to Him, and ask Him to help you fulfill them. And remember, surround yourself with people or tell your dreams to people that will build you in them, that will help motivate you, inspire you. Be there by your side as you're learning what you need to learn or obtaining what you need to obtain so those dreams can be fulfilled in your life. Another thing that I would like you to take in your heart tonight as you're thinking about the story and the lessons being spoken of is don't limit yourself. Reach for the stars. Remember, nothing is impossible with Jesus by your side. You're not too little to reach for those big dreams, and you're not limited by where you are or by where you were born or by the status of your family. You're not limited by anything. All you have to do is dream big and do your best to fulfill those dreams. Another tip that I would say, another lesson is don't doubt your dream. That means if that's a dream you have, pursue it with all your might and give it all your best. In everything that you do, give your best. And as we read this story, I thought about the Bible verse Joshua 1:9, which reads, "Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. That allows us to know that God is with us. And when you have God by your side, nothing is impossible. So my little travelers, I tell you today, dream big. Don't doubt yourself, but push yourself, believing that all things are possible through Christ Jesus. And again, I am so grateful that you took some of your time to spend time with me on our reading adventure. See you soon.
Please remember to like, subscribe, and push that notification button down below. Thank you.